Beyond Wrestling. This is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. Thanks for joining us for episode 20 of All Killer. We're going to be starting things off with Sozio of the front, going one-on-one with Sugar Dunkerton. Before things get too out of control, perhaps you could be influenced to hit the thumbs up button, or hit the share button, or repost this. And I think we just got out of control. So, Sozio, not a fan of people unlike himself. A bit of a mobster, a bit of a racist. Let's not beat around the bush. Sugar Dunkerton, a man that always likes to play the race card. So, I can't anticipate this being a match that is going to work out well for anybody involved, perhaps even the viewers. But we see Sozio immediately going to that wrist. Can't forget that Sozio has been a competitor for close to a decade, competing at one point as Niles Young, perhaps his birth name, ever since he has become the leader of the front in CZW. Sozio has been about one thing and one thing only, and that's the money. He doesn't like to get his hands dirty too frequently, but wanted to brush up his skills, making the trek down to Beyond Wrestling today here at the CZW Academy to take on the eggplant-colored Sugar Dunkerton. He's got some skills, not competing alongside Aaron Epic. One of the first times that we've seen Sugar Dunkerton competing in singles action in 2013 here at Beyond Wrestling. And Sugar Dunkerton looking to percolate. It's a pretty good percolator, not gonna lie. Not gonna front. I see what I did there. But Sozio, not a fan of Sugar Dunkerton's dancing antics. But Sozio's got some moves of his own. Dunkerton, though, he lobbied that. I'll leave it up to these guys. Sozio with that waistlock takedown. I'd rather call it moves anyway. Now transitioning to that front facelock, still talking smack to Sugar Dunkerton. Chris Levin checking to see if Dunkerton's going to give it up, but Dunkerton able to find an escape with that hammerlock, now riding Sozio. As Sozio tries to get that right arm to the ropes. Dunkerton with the chicken wing, but Sozio proving to be just too strong even from that vulnerable position. Getting to the ropes, Dunkerton being forced to break the hold and retreating to the opposite side of the ring. He's going to give Sozio a fair fight. Sugar Dunkerton, very mouthy competitor. So is Sozio. These two going back and forth. The war of words, perhaps.
Oh, you mad? Tell him why you mad.
Sozio trying to go for that side headlock and slipping right off. Sugar Dunkerton with that full Nelson applied. Sozio looking for an escape and able to find that with that drop toe hold. Let's face it, both these guys can wrestle, although I don't think that either are really known for their wrestling accolades. Sugar Dunkerton really known for his fun-loving antics. Perhaps one of the reasons his opponents don't take him so seriously. Well, he's looking for the separation right there. Sozio holding that handful of hair. Looking sent off the ropes. Tripped up. And tripped once again. And now bouncing his head off the mat like a basketball. And Sozio getting to the ropes where he can stay safe, at least for the time being. Sozio seems to be in no hurry to continue this contest. Hey! Come on, guys, you shouldn't be chanting that.
I think you know what I said. No, I have no idea what you just said. You see, it means you're good for nothing.
That's where this match went. Well, Sugar Dunkerton blasting Sozio, perhaps rightfully so. And Sugar Dunkerton seems to be a little more than perturbed at this moment, and how could you really blame him? Raining down blows on Sugar Dunkerton. Sozio Maybe he would have been better off sitting at his desk counting money today instead of coming down to the CCW Academy. Dunkerton with the aerosol can, popping him right on the side of the head. And this is a much more aggressive side out of Sugar Dunkerton. Asking Pinky Sanchez, which I guess would be a drunk Devin Blaze, and his partner, and Tommy Trainwreck. Johnny Miyagi getting in the mix. And Sozio getting lit up. Oh, taking him down hard with that elbow. And a boot to the side of the head. Sozio better watch his mouth. He's continuing to spit obscenities at Sugar Dunkerton, in spite of the fact that Dunkerton is whooping his ass. Now taking him out to the heavy bench here. The CCW Academy. Dunkerton throwing him over the leg bar. Pretty sure that's what it's called officially in the workout world. But Sozio going to the eyes. Sozio looking to do some serious damage, but Dunkerton putting on the brakes as these two men are jockeying for position right here. Dunkerton turning the tables, looking to choke Sozio. Neither man wants to let go. Obviously, this bar could be used as an offensive weapon. A shot with that would certainly be a knockout blow. Sozio sent overhead, and now being choked, having to relinquish the bar as Sugar Dunkerton continuing to apply the pressure on the throat, trying to bring the air away from the lungs. We saw Sozio, perhaps out of necessity, with that low blow. This match got mighty personal, mighty quick. And discretion, the better part of valor. Dunkerton not using any discretion. Very upset with some of the comments lobbied at him by Sozio earlier on in the contest. And I think that Sozio, by being able to stay level-headed throughout this contest, at least as level-headed as he could be, is once again back in the driver's seat. Sugar Dunkerton's temper getting the best of him, swinging wildly, missing with a punch, caught low with that inverted atomic drop, and taken down with the clothesline. Sozio, very weak on that lateral press, just trying to bring the forearm across the chest of Sugar Dunkerton, but could not hook a leg. Probably worth noting that it's going to be close to 100 degrees here today at the CCW Wrestling Academy. Not unlike about 2 years ago for Beyond Wrestling's debut live event, About Time, which featured Sugar Dunkerton teaming with then partner in the Throwbacks in Dasher Hatfield against Darius Carter and TJ Marconi. What a combination out of Sozio. A number of kicks, following up that drop kick. This time, even with the leg hook, Dunkerton kicks out.
Who's boss? Showing up. Boss? Showing up. I love the shoes. You got it. You got it.
Sozio starting to get a little bit frustrated right here. This could have been a mistake, though. He had Dunkerton down, wanted to bring him up to the mat, bring him to his feet, conceivably just to slam him back down. But Dunkerton slipping through the back door. He's got that schoolboy. Sozio kicking out. Dunkerton building momentum off the ropes. Sozio couldn't get out of the way. That knockout knee trembler. 1, 2, 3. And at some point in this contest, you're going to wonder if Sozio could have hurt himself, perhaps when he went to the drop kick for the head of Sugar Dunkerton. Because ever since that exchange, he has been one step behind, and it cost him right there. Look at the knee from Sugar Dunkerton, right to the temple of Sozio, and making him eat his words once and for all. Now we saw Tommy Trainwreck and the drunk Devin Blaze. Of course, Devin Blaze known as Sober Pinky Sanchez among some of the other wrestlers here at Beyond Wrestling, but we saw them interject themselves a little bit in the last match, holding Sozio at the behest of Sugar Dunkerton. Well, they're a tag team that's been making waves here in Beyond Wrestling ever since they made their debut last November, going up against the Hoods. The Hoods aren't here today, so let's put the Minutemen against a brand new tag team here in Beyond Wrestling in Jolly Roger and Ryan Rush, two cousins, New York-based wrestlers. Jolly Roger probably most well-known for his tag team I want to say, night eye for the Pirate guy, as it were, in the earlier days of Chikara, making a resurgence onto the independent wrestling scene over the last few years, and teaming with his cousin and Ryan Rush, who outside of NYWC may be most well known for his appearance in Chikara's Young Lions Cup a couple years back. They're trying to get this tag team off the ground. What better way to establish themselves than against a tag team here in Beyond Wrestling that has been competing side by side for a number of months in the Minutemen. Of course, the tag team division here in Beyond Wrestling really heating up ever since the Minutemen and the Hoods came onto the scene. Then we saw the introduction of the EYFBO. We've got some new tag teams here today, two which will be featured later on. The contingent of Nicholas K. and Mike Quest going up against the team of Nixon and Ricky Shane Page and Eric Ryan, making their return to Beyond Wrestling, although their debut as a tag team in Beyond Wrestling after quite a number of years. Devin Blaze besting Jolly Roger with this Lucha Libre-inspired offense. And now with that body scissors applied, trying to roll Jolly Roger to his corner, where he can tag in the big man, Tommy Trainwreck. Here comes Tommy Trainwreck. Going to coordinate some tag team offense, the double Irish whip, and the double hip toss. Follows it up with the fist drop. And Devin Blaze with a double stomp. Trainwreck ain't done. Oh, caught him with the inside of the knee. Great combination out of the Minutemen. It's been all Minutemen since the onset of this bout. And this is where you see the Minutemen. I mean, they team every single week up and down New England. And perhaps they have the advantage of that ring conditioning where somebody, Jolly Roger, just making his return to wrestling, has to shake the rust. And speaking of somebody else just making his return back to wrestling is Ryan Rush, who spent a number of months on the shelves with a knee injury. But this guy is a freak. We're going to see if the Minutemen is going to afford him the opportunity to show off. And it's probably in their best interest to keep Ryan Rush grounded as long as they can. Oh, Jolly Roger got caught in the throat. Got the leg sweeped. And Devin Blaze looking to take a page out of Chase Burnett's playbook. The original tag team here in Beyond Wrestling with the apron senton. Able to avoid contact with Ryan Rush on the floor. And Tommy Trainwreck not only flying to knock down Ryan Rush, but landing on his feet. Very impressive are the Minutemen. And I do believe that time may be running out for the tag team of Ryan Rush and Jolly Roger. But Jolly Roger from the heavens, walking the plank with that double jump plancha. And I don't think that the Minutemen were anticipating that. As the sober Pinky Sanchez, Devin Blaze gets thrown back in the ring. And look at the size difference between him and Ryan Rush. Rush setting him hard on the corner. Devin Blaze trying to avoid contact. Had his sights set on Jolly Roger, and that could have cost him. Roger now pulling away at the leg of Devin Blaze. Blaze kicks him off. Comes off the top into the waiting arms. Oh, the tilt-whirl backbreaker. Ryan Rush is such an incredible natural athlete. He is strong, he is fast, he is big, and with experience, he could be a major player on the independent wrestling scene. Devin Blaze doing the best that he can to try and fight back, but with that headbutt, he might have done more damage to himself. Ryan Rush firing off one shot, and Devin Blaze staggered in the ring. Trying to fight back to the best of his ability. Going to give Devin Blaze credit for his toughness. Unbelievable elevation on that drop kick. Great extension, caught Devin Blaze right on the point of the jaw, and Blaze could have been out. If I were Ryan Rush, I would have went right for the tag right there. Excuse me, I would have went for the pin instead of the tag. Then again, I'm not a tag team specialist. Jolly Roger. That flying elbow. Devin Blaze taken down once again. And this could be a mistake. This is the second time in the last minute that I think that the team of Jolly Roger and Ryan Rush could have really capitalized by trying to pin their opponent. Devin Blaze is feisty. If you got him down, keep him down. But I think Jolly Roger and Ryan Rush, again, this is the best opportunity for them to coordinate some of that tag team offense. Oh, the flying knee. Incredible. Is Ryan Rush taking a little bit too much time getting to the pin finally. But letting the moment sink in here. It's the first time that the wrestlers here at Beyond Wrestling have seen him compete, whereas the Minutemen have had a few months to get adjusted to this unique atmosphere. Ryan Rush very decisively tagged in Jolly Roger. As Devin Blaze trying to inch back to his corner. Able to break away, fires a number of shots in the chest of Jolly Roger. Caught him hard with the elbow. Jolly Roger, though, trying to take his head off the enziguri. Oh, the spinning neck breaker. Another nasty fall in the back of his head. Every single one a potential concussive blow. That wasn't enough. I think Jolly Roger's face tells the entire story. Starting to get a little bit frustrated here. I don't think that he was expecting this much of a fight out of Devin Blaze. Devin Blaze puts the elbow up. Now trying to push Jolly Roger underneath him. Was unsuccessful in doing so. Was still able to connect that flying DDT. Devin Blaze could have hurt his knee the way that he came down awkwardly. I think Devin Blaze needs to tag out now or never. Jolly Roger got spiked with that DDT though. Whoever's going to be able to make the tag first is going to have a decisive advantage. And it's Jolly Roger. Here comes Ryan Rush. Up and over. But Tommy Trainwreck able to get in the ring. Number of open hand strikes. Ryan Rush trying to fight him off. Wasn't anticipating the punches to the face. Missing with that kick. Oh! The lightning spiral. That high angle driver. A maneuver like that so difficult to hit on an opponent as large as Ryan Rush. Didn't get nearly the impact that he was anticipating. Jolly Roger missing with a springboard. Got caught with the lung blower. Oh, the powerbomb on the knees. What a combination. And there you see Devin Blaze clutching that leg as he rolls out of the ring. Ryan Rush in there to break it up. And this is where the tag team element works in the favor of the Minutemen. I don't think that Ryan Rush has nearly enough experience as a tag team competitor, but that's the natural ability I was talking about. How strong was he to pick his opponent off the mat, throw him into Trainwreck, and then spin him around into that kick? He's got Trainwreck down. He's got Devin Blaze down, surveying the damage that has been done, but instead of targeting one competitor or the other, he's wasting valuable time. Couldn't pick up Trainwreck, so now he's turned his attention to Devin Blaze, who's had a good 15-20 seconds to try and recuperate. Elevating him up and over. Oh my God, just popping him up into that electric chair position. And Devin Blaze trying to fight off to no avail. The Doomsday Dropkick, a nasty fall for Devin Blaze. Jolly Roger, the legal man. That's the resiliency that I'm talking about. Trainwreck in no position to save his partner, but nevertheless, the match will continue. I think with the Minutemen being a little bit more established on the Beyond Wrestling roster, considering that they have teamed before, and this is the first time that Jolly Roger and Ryan Rush have teamed here at Beyond Wrestling, I think that you'd have to consider it to be quite the upset, even given the size difference between Rush and his opponents. Trainwreck showing his ups, that flying brain kick. This match starting to fall apart, but Ryan Rush kicking up and over, climbing that top turnbuckle. Out of the way of Devin Blaze and the flipping senton. How can you prepare for an opponent like that? And now Devin Blaze giving it one final go, taking Ryan Rush down with that head scissors. Trainwreck trying to direct traffic right here. Caught Jolly Roger in the midsection off the top rope. Now trying to hook him up. Got that double cording hold, trying to go underneath. Oh, a double burning hammer. And time was up for Jolly Roger and Ryan Rush. Although some very impressive maneuvers out of both of these competitors. I think they need to go back to the drawing board, try and work in their game to improve as tag team competitors. The Minutemen just too much experience as a tag team, and being able to coordinate maneuvers like this certainly work in their favor. Dropping Jolly Roger on the back of his head and picking up the win here at the CZW Academy. Main event time here. As we've got 3 competitors in this contest that we have not seen for quite some time in Beyond Wrestling. Again, we've got Eric Ryan and Ricky Shane Page making their debut as a tag team, but these guys were instrumental in the early days of putting Beyond Wrestling on the map, as was that man right there, Mike Quest. Of course, Mike Quest spending almost 2 years on the shelf after having to have his foot and ankle fused. Number of surgeries to repair that foot, but now that he is back here at Beyond Wrestling, he's decided that he can bestow some knowledge, let's say, on Nicholas K. Although we know how that worked out for Anthony Stone in the past, I wonder what it is that Nicholas K sees out of Mike Quest that he did not see out of Anthony Stone. Then again, Nicholas K, a native of New Jersey, probably knows the legendary tag team in Jersey All-Pro, and Mike Quest and Eric Corvus. And Nicholas K has teamed with Corvus over the past couple months. Now he's going to try his hand in teaming with Mike Quest. I will say that about Nicholas K. He's certainly a businessman through and through. He has his hands in a lot of different projects, including his own wrestling career. Very well-connected individual throughout the independent wrestling scene. And as strong as he is, as chiseled as his physique is, giving up a lot of size to Ricky Shane Page, who of course competed originally for Beyond Wrestling as Christian Faith, one half of the tag team with Faith in Nothing. Nicholas K trying to take the leg out from underneath Ricky Shane Page, but Ricky Shane Page, don't let his size fool you. He's extremely agile, has incredible balance, he's able to get back up to his feet, and quick to find a counter for Nicholas K. Nicholas K trying to do some damage to the wrist of Ricky Shane Page. Now trying to hyperextend the elbow over his own shoulder, but Ricky Shane Page is a tag team specialist. Ricky Shane Page has been teaming with Eric Ryan for the better part of a year, wreaking havoc and absolute intense wrestling alongside Bobby Beverly and a number of rotating cast members of other people that have had beef with AIW in the past. But now Nixon has come to Beyond Wrestling, or perhaps Ricky Shane Page and Eric Ryan are looking for a fresh start. Credit Mike Quest with the distraction, enough for Nicholas K to be able to apply that side headlock. But he was holding on to the ropes, hoping to avoid contact. Ricky Shane Page came charging in with the elbow, able to trip Nicholas K up and go for the Oklahoma roll. K had the opportunity to tag out right there. Instead, Ricky Shane Page trying to sweep out the legs from underneath him. Nicholas K, his temper getting the better of him. He keeps charging in and getting caught with a number of moves, including a signature fist drop from Ricky Shane Page. Here comes Eric Ryan, a competitor that I've been able to watch grow right before my very eyes. When I was first introduced to Eric Ryan, he was actually teaming with Bobby Beverly. He's one half of the Young Studs, where he competed in a number of matches against Ricky Shane Page and Vincent Nothing. And win, lose, or draw, you're going to think that he was able to learn from those battles the same way that Nicholas K is hoping to do here alongside Mike Quest. But I'm sure the contingent making their debut as a tag team here in Beyond Wrestling would love nothing more than to dispose of the team of Nixon. Nixon really not making their motivations very clear when they joined up here with Beyond Wrestling. But Ricky Shane Page and Eric Ryan quick with the tags, and a rudimentary hold such as a body slam can be devastating when applied by a competitor the size of Ricky Shane Page. Well over 6 feet tall, going to be close to 300 pounds. And slam after slam after slam. Nicholas K is going to get out of there. He's just going to get worn out. That's going to be close to a dozen body slams on Nicholas K. And here comes Mike Quest with one arm. Walked right into it. A veteran like Quest should have known better than that. Now Eric Ryan back in the ring with Mike Quest. These two have competed on a number of occasions for Hybrid Wrestling, a now defunct promotion that was based out of Ohio. That was really where Eric Ryan came to prominence as a singles competitor. A very versatile wrestler. Singles action, tag team action. Mike Quest able to trip out Eric Ryan and bring him to the apron. I believe that Nicholas K made the blind tag. And then we see some signature offense, the senton on the apron. Just punching him in the side of the head. And Mike Quest illegally getting back in the ring. But this is where the factor of the heat coming into play. We saw Nicholas K trying to clutch the back of Eric Ryan's head, but due to the condensation that had built up, was unable to slam him as hard as he wanted to on the back of the apron. And mistakes like that will add up if you are not careful. Nicholas K driving the knee in the sternum of Eric Ryan, keeping his eyes on Ricky Shane Page and trying to choke him out. Of course, Nicholas K justifying his abuse of the rules by saying that this is the combat zone. That is true. CZW has opened their doors for Beyond Wrestling to tape today, but this is a Beyond Wrestling event in conjunction with CZW at the CZW Academy. So I'll tell you what, taking those shortcuts is not going to fly as Nicholas K continues to bend the rules. Eric Ryan trying to fight back, but Nicholas K catching the legs and driving Eric Ryan hard out of the corner. Nicholas K tagging in Mike Quest, holding the position, and Quest just clubbing down on the shoulder blades. Quest looking to send Eric Ryan for the ride, hard into the buckle, flies in with the elbow, and Eric Ryan comes charging in. Oh, Quest staying one step ahead. That 1 foot kick, hooking the leg, but Eric Ryan's still too close to the corner. That's one of those situations where you risk wasting the time bringing your opponent to the center of the ring, or if you've already got a pin near the ropes, try and go for it and hope that he does not have the wherewithal. Hope that he doesn't realize how close he is to the ropes. Quest able to recover nicely, bringing Eric Ryan to his partner, Nicholas K, coming off that top rope with the double sledge. And the contingent has been very effective so far in wearing down Eric Ryan. On one hand, Eric Ryan is the smaller of the two opponents, so it probably makes more sense to target him than Ricky Shane Page. But Ricky Shane Page does have a history with a number of injuries, and you know that when you're wrestling regularly, you're never competing at 100%. Well, I don't know if that was a smart move on Nicholas K's part. Chucking the bird to Ricky Shane Page when he should be focused 100% on the task at hand, which would be defeating Eric Ryan, who he's got in the ring right now. Now just fighting him down to the mat, looking to bar up that arm, and instead pulling away at the nose and the eyes. Might have got a finger in the eye socket right there. Playing dirty is Nicholas K, but I'm sure he wouldn't have it any other way. Mike Quest competing at the Beyond Wrestling pilot taping in a four-way. Then returning at We Did It for the Hits to team with Corvus Fear, the Garden State Gods. And just as we suspected, perhaps in the previous match with Ryan Rush coming back from an injury, it looks like even though Mike Quest is the veteran, he's still got that ring rust. Was unable to get out of the way of the double stomp from Eric Ryan, and this is his best opportunity to tag into Ricky Shane Page. Quest barely knows where he is right now. I think Quest got saved by his partner right there. He couldn't do anything to attack Eric Ryan, and he couldn't do anything to get closer to his ropes. So Nicholas K blatantly bending the rules in front of the official, and honestly, the official should not be arguing with Ricky Shane Page. He should turn around and see the damage that the contingent is doing behind his back. Perhaps Nixon looking at Beyond Wrestling as a new start for them. No personal animosity with anybody here. And perhaps looking to back up all of the bold claims that they have made using AIW as a platform. They feel as though they should be treated among the elite in the world of professional wrestling. But respect is earned, and you need to compete at that level. Eric Ryan kicking out the legs from underneath Mike Quest. Not sure what he has in mind right here. Oh, just lawn darting him with that running power bomb into the turnbuckles. I can't say I've ever seen that before. Quest is hurt. Again, it being so hot in the building today, you're going to wonder what kind of effect that's having on the conditioning of these competitors. Quest really slow getting across the ring. Tagging to Nicholas K right in front of the referee this time, but Eric Ryan rolling to the corner, and here comes Ricky Shane Page. Caught him with the flying forearm, and the cross body squishing Nicholas K. But he's not done. Corner pile driver. Nicholas K hitting the back of his head on all those turnbuckles before getting caught with the Kevin Bacon kick. Out of the way of Mike Quest. Again, great elevation, great extension on the kicks from Ricky Shane Page. And in one motion, was not able to hook his arm around the head of Mike Quest, even though he was able to bring him down with that slam. Gonna think that he was gonna be trying to drive him down on his head. Ricky Shane Page gonna be looking to elevate Eric Ryan up and over. The flipping plancha taken out. Nicholas K and Mike Quest on the floor. High risk, high reward. What has Ricky Shane Page got in mind right here? He's got his eyes set on his opponent, but he's in no position to strike. Ricky Shane Page looking to run up the ropes with no hands and coming down with a splash. A competitor of his size to be able to walk up the ropes is nothing short of outstanding. I'm telling you, do not let the looks fool you. This guy is as agile as they come. Just as we saw with Ryan Rush in the previous contest. Trying to bring Mike Quest into the ring. But Quest back up to his feet first. Caught him with the boot. Taking over with that back body drop and a kick on the way down for good measure. 1, 2. Nicholas Kane to break it up for his team. Nicholas K, impressive strength, taking Ricky Shane Page down with that Samoan drop. Caught hard with the knee from Eric Ryan. And the brain buster. Eric Ryan, instead of going for the pin, looking to take Nicholas K to the top rope. Or looking to go up on his own. Going for the moonsault, but Mike Quest in there to deflect him. And caught him with that chest breaker. Almost lost him, but still bringing the knees high into the chest. Not sure he was able to drive the air out of the lungs. If anything, doing damage to the collarbones. And it does not take much pressure at all to break the human collarbone. That is the easiest bone in the body to break. Eric Ryan is suffering right here. Quest is back up to his feet. All these competitors gasping for air as it continues to get hotter and hotter here in the CZW Academy. We saw the shot to the chest as well as the clothesline, the Saito suplex. And Nicholas K with that diving splash. Ricky Shane Page catching K in the back of the head. Not sure if Eric Ryan would have been able to kick out of that. Number of shots to the chest. Had to have really driven the air away from his lungs. So much force behind that chest chop. He's got him in a full Nelson. The kick and slamming him down. Bringing him back over his knee. And the double stomp. I don't know where Eric Ryan is finding the energy. Ricky Shane Page telling him to pin him. And I think Ricky Shane Page was looking to the outside for Mike Quest. Mike Quest instead of coming around the opposite side of the official. Ricky Shane Page a kick right to the face of Nicholas K. K might have been knocked out right there. Now he's got Mike Quest up in that torture rack. Oh, God! Launched him right off his shoulders, and that knockout knee from Eric Ryan. That's got to do it. Quest still kicking out. And that's the veteran wherewithal I was talking about from Mike Quest. Kicking out an instinct alone. Not even knowing where you are, but knowing that you're in a fight and knowing that you have to win. Nicholas K. reversal of the position. Gets sent out of the ring, though. Ricky Shane Page going to be looking for that roaring elbow. Took off the elbow pad. Waiting for Mike Quest to get a position. Quest had it scouted. Caught him with the soul pot. What a combination out of Quest. But Ricky Shane Page, that signature forearm to the chest. And instead of going for the pin, he wants to make sure that he's got Quest beat for once and for all. But this could backfire in a huge way. Trying to position Quest up on that top rope. Is Quest going to be able to fight him off from this position? What is Ricky Shane Page looking for right here? Ah! Ricky Shane Page looking for the power bomb on Mike Quest. Lost him in midair. Just dropped him right in his head. A top rope pile driver from Ricky Shane Page. And yeah, you better believe that that's going to be the maneuver that concludes this episode of All Killer, with Nixon winning their debut match as a tag team here in Beyond Wrestling. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, like, share, comment, all that jazz. We'll be back next week with more.